So this is the making of Into the Trank. This video was supposed to come out 5 years ago when the Montage came out, but I just never got around to editing it. So I finally finished it now for the 5-year anniversary, and I'm uploading it on the day that tranQ asked me to do the Montage 5 years ago, so May 11th. So that's why it's coming out now. Anyway, in this video I make incremental updates throughout the process of editing this montage. You'll get to see like Skype calls I had with tranQ, deleted scenes and scrapped effects. So you know, some pretty cool stuff. Last thing is not too long into the video, because it's like this is a pretty long video, but not too long into it, I talk about how I was going to end up making a trailer for the Montage also. So Mayhem made a trailer and I was going to make a second trailer. Well, my trailer ended up becoming the intro for the Montage. So just so you don't get confused when that comes up, that's what happened, because I referred to it as a trailer, but you'll later see it turned into the intro. So I guess that's all I have to say for the beginning of this video. Now we're gonna roll back time, take you back all the way 5 years ago when I started this montage. Here you go. What's up, guys? This is SillyGoose, and this is the making of video for tranQ's Montage. And we currently don't know what we're calling the video, because today is June 1st, so it just clocked over to June 1st. But basically, I'm sort of doing this video like Zola did the making of Legacy, because I thought that was really cool. And I just want to give a shout out to Zola, because personally, I think Zola making Legacy and making that making of video for Legacy is why I'm a good editor today, because I just learned so much stuff from just Legacy, the Montage, and the making of video, that hopefully I can do the same thing with this video for other people. So yeah, this is I'm working on tranQ's Montage, and currently we are keeping it a secret, but this is what the montage looks like so far. It is a blank. We don't have nothing. We don't even have a soundtrack. So this is pretty much just the introduction clip to the making of video. If you look up here, the code name for this montage is called Holla, because like when I was first messaging tranQ on Skype, he's like, "Oh yeah, holla at me," and I just thought that was a funny word. So since we're trying to keep this montage a secret till it comes out, I have it codenamed Holla. So everything on my computer that has to do with tranQ's Montage has Holla as it. So in case I'm like live streaming and people see Holla, they won't see like tranQ and like give away the montage. But anyway, some background stuff that has happened so far. On May 11th is when tranQ first messaged me about doing his montage. That was also Mother's Day. I was at a dinner with my family, and I checked my emails on my phone during dinner, and then saw that tranQ messaged me. I got all excited. I was like, "Ooh, tranQ, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, hey SillyGoose, hit me up about doing a montage." I was like, "Heck yeah!" So I agreed, and now I'm making his montage. But yep, so I'll just be doing incremental updates like Zola did with Legacy, and I guess that's all I have to say in this clip. So I guess it'll cut over to another time in the making of tranQ's Montage. Today is August 6th, and today Mayhem released his trailer for this montage. So we got the final name for the montage. It's called Into the Trank, and this name, even before tranQ had me as an editor, he was originally editing this montage with the same gameplay, but tranQ was editing, and he was going to call the montage Into the Trank. But then once the Halo 4 movie competition came out, I think that's when he decided he just wanted to get me as an editor. And he actually sent me a scrap render that he had of Into the Trank with his edit. So that's where this name comes from. So I like the name right off the start, Into the Trank. It just makes it seem like it's all about the tranq. Yeah, we went with Into the Trank as the final name. Mayhem edited this trailer, came out freaking sick. I helped record some angles in this trailer. Not many though. I think he only used maybe four around there angles that I capped. I'm not sure who capped all the rest of the angles, but this trailer came out sick, bro. Mayhem also came back as of right now, so he's been gone for a while. But anyway, the trailer was released today, and there's still no word that I'm the editor for this montage, so it's still a secret. I think we have people thinking that tranQ's doing the final edit, but he's really not. It's really the SillyGoose. And there's some comments here saying it's just super awesome sick. And yeah, so yeah, Mayhem did a freaking awesome job on this trailer. The only thing I kind of feel weird about is since he used his own song, like this song doesn't really represent what the final product's gonna be. Like, we're not using like this, I guess you call it trap music. So the trap music is kind of weird. It doesn't really represent the final product, which is more of an indie rock song thing. So that's the only part I'm worried about. But Mayhem did edit Dutchy's M2 trailer, which, if I remember correctly, in my mind, wasn't really a good representation of what the final outcome was. But shoot, if maybe Mayhem editing your trailer is just good luck, since he did Dutchy's M2 and then that came out, that was a freaking legendary video. So maybe since he did this trailer, I will make Into the tranQ a legendary video. So hopefully everything goes right. And then this other thing I wanted to talk about was I sort of laid out stuff I have for the trailer I'm doing. So Mayhem came out with his trailer. This is the first trailer for Into the tranQ. And I'm making the second trailer, and I basically have this layout. This song I'm using is Nothing Pure Can Stay by Audrye Sessions. I think I'm saying that right. So this is like the end part, and this used to be a main Montage part, but the whole like beginning of the song is kind of soft. So in the end, we just thought it would be good to use for another trailer because the build up at the end is super crazy. So basically, I also sent this render to tranQ. I deleted like a whole bunch of text files I had, but it was basically just telling tranQ everything I had. So this is like the machinima part. So I laid out these angles. It starts off with Halo 4, even though this is a Halo 3 montage. So basically these angles are laid out, and what I hope to do is everything you see that Spartan in should be a 3D Spartan. So basically the idea I have is that he starts off on Haven, 3D Spartan walks in, sorta at that camera angle. It's set better because I just did this real fast. Then it cuts to this, and in my mind this is like the god or whatever. It's like the god of Halo right now. So that like little structure on Haven is the god, and we have this Spartan here. So he's like looking up at the god, and right there in 3D he'll be kneeling, and then it pans up to this, and then it cuts to him, and he'll be kneeling on his knees in 3D Spartan. He'll put his hands up to pray and bow his head, so he's kind of like praying to the god, and then it says, "Lord, please take me back." He looks up and a bright light flashes, and then the Spartan kind of like maps just start flying through, like, and they're all flashing back. So it starts off flashing like Halo 4 maps, then Halo Reach Anniversary maps, and Halo Reach maps, and then finally Halo 3 maps. And as all the maps are flashing, the 3D Spartan's kind of just like floating in nothingness. So he's getting, the gods are teleporting him back to Halo 3 because that's what he likes. Then that all happens, we get to this part, and then as far as I know right now, I want the Spartan to end up on the platform on the pit. So he ends up on the platform on the pit. He's kind of like dazed, looking around a little, like what just happened? And then a 3D sniper just comes down out of nowhere. He sees it, puts his arm out to go grab it, and right when he's just reaching up to grab it, and on the sync point is when I start the gameplay flashes like a normal trailer would have, and then right here is the end slate. So that's my trailer layout idea, and hopefully I can pull it through. But yep, that's all I wanted to show you today, so yeah. Alright, hey, what's up? It is September 2nd, just clocked over, and what I've been doing, I started on the montage a bit, and I'm not sure what I went over in the last update clips, so I guess I'll cover a few things. Let me open up the audio. So if I haven't gone over the audio, I have the soundtrack laid out here. First song is Cloud of Stink, and then it goes into the deep end, and then into Dust and Bones. This transition here through the first and second song, it kind of like just cuts out and then kind of muffled distorts here and then fades into the actual song. A few cuts here and there, and then I'm not sure how this second song, the third song, is gonna go, but I'll show you that in a second, my idea. So if we go back into the main project, you can see this is what I've started on. I have most of this is just clips laid out. The first clip I have right here is tranQ gets a triple kill at the start of the game, so I figured, it's at the start of the game, it's the start of the montage, why not put that clip there? And I did some like masking and blur stuff, but I might change this, like right when he snipes him, it's kind of like masked around the scope and blurs, and then I masked out that guy and put like a flash on him, then the screen flashes and stuff. So I tried to add some like random effects, and then here the kind of like world is blurred out, but I'm not really sure how I like these effects, so I might change those. Let's see what's here. Here I was thinking about maybe putting the rocket kill here. I'm not sure about that though. I also have tranQ's reaction in there. Not sure about that. I have a Heretic BR clip. So what I have done is went through most of tranQ's BR clips and kind of placed them where I thought they would go, where in areas that I think would have a better BR sync area, which this area I'm about to get to turned out to be pretty good. I also have another BR clip right here, and I kind of just spread them out through different maps, and different BR clips is what I mostly went over. And then at this part, it has like, it's just gameplay synced to the song, and then my idea here is just to put some like ptw.exe tracking, like computer stuff on the people. So that's my idea there, and the sync worked out pretty perfectly. I barely had to make any adjustments. The shots just fit in perfectly. Then here's my idea for the sync point in the second to third song is tranQ gets this no scope overkill and then dies, falls off the map. My idea is once he dies, he starts falling off the map, cut to an angle all the way down looking up, his body falls past the camera, and then I'm gonna have 3D metals also fall past the camera after him, and then the overkill metal is gonna fall right into the camera, and then it's gonna like fade to black, and then it's gonna fade in the next song, the third song, Dust and Bones, and then it's gonna fade in to an angle on the pit, and then it's gonna show the metals dropping onto the pit and bouncing on the ground. So I just need a good clip to go from this clip to a pit clip here. So I just have this in here. That might get changed also. I think this is a BR clip. Yep, so another placement of a BR clip. This is a spree, so I kind of put it in here. Maybe like I thought maybe a spree could go there, and then this is just a snipe clip that I thought would be a good sync point, so I put that there. And all this is subject to change, but that's what I have right now, so that's the update for today. Oh, I almost forgot one more thing. Voila! This, oh my god, I'm so happy about this, dude. Okay, so this program is Cinema 4D for those who don't know, and it's a 3D program, and I made these medals, dude. I am so proud of myself that I was able to do this, because I've never made anything in 3D before. So these are the first things I've ever made in 3D where I actually tried to make something, and I think they came out amazing, dude. I'm so happy with myself. But anyway, these are the medals I was talking about for 3D medals on the clips I talked about. So I think all I have to do is make another Killtacular one just in case I need a Killtacular. Because currently tranQ doesn't have any Killtrocities that are going in the montage, so I won't need to waste my time making that. But yes, so let me just show you what I did here. Let me turn off the triple kill and overkill. We'll just focus on this double kill for now. So I have the stars here. There's 2 stars. There's like the black area in the back part, and then like a front part of a star, and that's just to separate the star and make it look a little better. And then I have like these circle nub things on the end, which are in the actual medals if you look closely, and I just thought that would add a little extra in there, which I think really brought the whole medal together. So yeah, the stars, the nubs on the side. This part actually, this corner piece actually took a lot of time to figure out how I wanted it. I ended up going with just a really small fillet cap. I think that's how you say it. But I started out with that big, and then I kind of extruded this smaller and bigger, and I couldn't really figure that out. And actually, all these medals combined took me, I think, like 5 hours to make. I was just so in the zone of making it. And then also another thing I did was make the medals mirror images on the side. So I'm not sure how many people have made 3D medals in montages. I can't remember if they actually made the medals mirror images on both sides, or just had the stars on one side and not the other. So that's what I did. I am super proud of myself, and that is the update for today. All right, hey, it's me again, except this time it's September 27th. Oh my gosh, I forget the last time I made an update video, but it was probably a month ago. So I guess I have a lot to run down. Basically, I haven't been doing anything with the montage, and the reason for that is I found out that I was trying to edit this beginning part of the song, and it's just super freaking fast, and I'm not happy with whatever comes out of it because it's just so fast, and I feel like I gotta like just karate chop the clips up. So that just discouraged me and made me not as hyped to edit the montage. So I would just kind of not edit the montage really. Like sometimes I would open up the project file and try to do something, but I would just not get into it and end up closing the project file. I do have clips still like laid out and stuff. All the ones you see up here, actually let me use this tool. All the ones you see up here on this layer are ones I just laid out and maybe can go there, and the ones lower down here are the ones that are most likely gonna go in those areas. So I only have like a few clips here that are gonna probably stay where they're at, and then everything else is unedited. And even the ones down in the bottom here still need angles and stuff, so it's far behind. And the second thing that's like, I guess, stressing me out maybe, or deterring me from just constantly editing the montage is clip placement. I'm not like super good at determining where clips should go, and I don't know, I don't want to have to think about it. I kind of just want to throw it in there and hope it works, and then have it work. So that's just, I guess that's my update for today, is that I'm actually working on it right now, so I'll probably be working on this for another hopefully 4, 5, 6 hours until I go to sleep. So hopefully I can get quite a few more clips back in here, but I have like some of the clips in the intro, and all these are just really simply synced. What I'm trying to do is sort of do something like Zola does, where the clips don't really seem edited. They kind of just fall into place and automatically sync themselves. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take more time to find the perfect spot for a clip to go. That way the clip just more or less plays out without me actually having to do a lot of syncing to it. And hopefully it turns out working out good. Except for like the epic moments, I guess I'll just try to edit that, the I don't know how I normally do, and yep. So I guess that's my only real update for right now. I'm not really like into doing cool, awesome editing effects or anything. It's just kind of boring syncing. So yep, that was September 27th. So I think in the last clip I made, if I'm not mistaken, 6 hours ago, I told you that I was going to try to edit tranQ's montage for the next 6 hours. And I did. This is probably the most I've got done in a single sitting. So that's good. So as you can see, the timeline has changed a bit. I think I've used almost all the clips also. So if you look down here, this is my like main timeline where these clips down here are all final, and then these up here are soon to be edited and put into place. The last song down here, I haven't done any of these because I'm just, I think, gonna wait to do those last because I want some of the most epic best clips at the end for that epic part. But I mean, I got a lot synced up here, so it's all just basic syncing. And like I said in the last update, I stuck with the mentality of trying to get the clips to sync themselves, so I didn't have to do too much like fast forwarding or slowing down or whatever. I feel like I did a pretty good job of that for the most part. I had to do some like fast forward and stuff. I mean, it's not perfect. It's probably impossible to get it perfect. Yep, just letting you know I got a lot done in the 6 hours. I'm really happy with how much I got done. Now I just gotta talk to tranQ probably later today, technically today. I mean, it's 4 a.m., so I guess when I wake up, I gotta talk to tranQ about getting me more clips, because I think I used up all the clips. I mean, I still have more to edit, but I think I'm gonna need more. So what I might do is, while I'm waiting for him to get me more clips, because I guess he's gonna have to play more unless he wants to just tell me to use his leftovers, I can start on like the hard 3D stuff. That's gonna take me a long time, so while I'm doing that, he can get me clips and it'll all work out. And that's all I have to say for this update video. The most productive day yet. Haha. Well, I guess it's about time. I told you I got some good news and some bad news.
Oh God, I don't like hearing bad news.
All right, bad
news first.
The bad news is I haven't been working on your montage for weeks.
Oh.
Yep. And I think I figured out like last week why. It's because I was trying to edit this part of the first song. The beginning of the first song was just so fast paced that I felt like whatever I did, it didn't come out right. So then I was discouraging myself. Plus, like, I'm looking at this whole 10-minute timeline and I'm like, shoot, where's clips gonna go? So I was getting all like, I was trying to look at it all as one big picture instead of little pieces. Good news is I grinded last night for like 7 hours straight, and pretty much I think I almost used up all the clips.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so there's still like a few I have to put in there, and then there's a pretty good bit on the third song. I didn't really edit anything on the third song in case you got anything like really good to put it in there. Huh?
Wait. How far are you then?
I don't know. There's like clips all over the place. I'd say, I don't know.
Do you have a render?
I can make one.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Because then I know where I am clip-wise as well, and then maybe we'll have to like ditch one of the songs.
Oh, whoa, man. Oh, man.
I don't know. But was it that like scary with the first song being fast-paced that you just want to cut it, or did it work out?
Well, it was just the beginning, like 30 seconds that was hard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're good?
Yeah, I'm fine past that. Like, that's how I started out, like, last night. On the grind, I was like, okay, forget that beginning part. Not even gonna look at it. Because I knew.
Good thoughts.
Yeah, I just did all the rest, and the way I tried to work it was taking the time to find the right place to put a clip, so it kind of just synced itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it came out. I'm pretty happy with all the ones.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And I hope that I feel the same way. That I'm like, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, you just gotta look at it like I don't have really any angles on them yet, so sometimes it just cuts to black and stuff.
Of course, no problem.
And sometimes the clip just plays out like normal, but I have ideas of where to put angles. So you just gotta look at it like really basic syncing.
Of course.
And then some, dude, like some of your shots are so crazy. It looks like I sped up the clip and like over edited it, but it's just how you did the like shot so fast that the one I'm thinking of is the overkill where you like double scope on the overkill or something. It's like
Which one?
You were on training, hit the guy coming out of Mauler. You like scoped, he shot you out of scope, you scoped again, hit him, de-scoped, it was like super fast. It was like pew, pew, pew.
That one is fucking insane though.
Yeah, when you watch it, it's like once you hit the triple kill to the end of the clip, I didn't edit it at all. It was just like it went perfect, but it looks like I probably like sped up the zooming. Oh god. Alright, this is gonna be a long render.
Like for example, in the very first clip, it's perfect. And then the transition into the second clip, where you like fade in the HUD.
What? Oh yeah. That's because I was thinking of doing some masking transition, so that's why there's no HUD there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, because as I would say there, you need some transition that's like taka taka, you know, like instead of just the fading in.
Yeah, I don't want anything to be just a natural fade in. I mean, it's probably inevitable that there's gonna be some like that, but I want them to all be like some cool, like awesome transitions. I just gotta go back later and think of stuff. So if you watch this a lot and can think of anywhere where there could be a cool transition, let me know.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we can really enjoy together, or like one of the reasons to why we would be really good together like this, is because I like have ideas and shit, but I very rarely like go through with them when it comes to effects and angles and shit. So with stuff like this, I can throw, like for example I can throw an idea at you and you can be like, yeah, and then you do it.
Yeah. I'll take 5 hours to mask that out for you. No problem, buddy. I mean, you might not do it, but shoot.
It doesn't take 5 hours, dick.
I think it took me 5 hours to do all the masking on that, what? Actually, that's a lie. Maybe just 2 hours to mask the in my blacklist edit.
Oh yeah.
He like revives, he's going in reverse.
Yeah, but that blacklist edit is a lot of masking though.
I know, I gotta put even more masking into this montage. It's October 21st, and I got another update for you. And I recorded this update just a second ago, and I found out that it didn't record my voice, so I'm having to redo it. So, but basically, today's Tuesday, yeah, so last weekend, about 4 days ago, I sort of finished the syncing on, you know, this whole area here, not the end, but most of everything else. There's still like a few clips I'm like iffy about, not sure if they should go there, but most of everything is synced. I made a render, sent it to tranQ. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me saying if it's okay, if anything needs to be changed so I can change it. And basically I just need the go ahead to start doing angles, because angles still aren't on here. But basically when I went to edit this, like edit the clips I didn't have edited, I had like all the clips I didn't use on this top layer here, and I basically just moved all those to the end of the project here, and then went in with a new mindset. So what I was doing was trying to evenly distribute the clips. So like I'd be like, oh, an overkill should go here, and then I'd surround it by some triple kills, throw in a little map variety with those clips, and then try to sync it that way. But that just wasn't working out because like some clips wouldn't work good in the areas I was putting them in, and I was putting them in those areas because they had like map variety and clip variety. So I just scrapped that idea, restarted my whole mental process, and just put clips where they would fit. So even though there might be like 3 back-to-back pit clips, I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna put them in there. And that mindset ended up working out. I got like every clip synced in there. There's still a few blank spots. I'm gonna need a few more clips, and some aren't edited, but for the most part, I get this all synced, so the sync is coming together. Let me go into the intro here. Now for this intro, something new is I got Matt flying through maps. So all this is for scene 7 of the 3D, and basically it'll cut to, it'll be him praying, and then he looks up, he's like, oh my gosh. And because the thing's about to blow up, and then it blows up, it sends him flying back, and then it just, whoa, 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 he's flying through maps, he's going back in time to Halo 3, so you can see the maps. I'll frame by frame it here. It starts at Halo 3, Halo 4, starts at Halo 4, and then it'll go back to Reach at some point right here. So it cuts back to Reach, and basically the idea is, I don't know if I've gone over this yet, but he's like, it's tranQ. He's in Halo 4. He's not having the greatest of times. So he goes to the gods and he kneels down. He prays. He prays because he wants to be taken back to the Halo 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So the gods grant his wish and take me back. It blows up. It sends him back in time. Halo 4, Halo Reach, Halo 3. Now he's back. And then he sees a sniper come down and he goes to grab it. Yes. And that's the story behind the intro. And then the montage will start. So basically I just have this map fly through stuff, and you can see, like, before I started recording these angles, I got the idea of where I wanted the cameras to cut. So you can see it flies through Haven here, and then the camera cuts to this, and then it's all maps flying to the left until it gets here, and then it'll go to the left and then cut to maps flying backwards. So those are different camera cuts. I'll take you into Cinema 4D here, and this is what I've been working on right now. This is why I wanted to make this update video now, is because normally when I make an update video, I'm like, okay, here's what I did, but I wanted to show you something like while I was in the moment doing it. So I'm working on this animation right now. It's about halfway done. I got the legs to a point where I like it. I'm still working on the arms. The head's all right, and the body's okay. So I'm still working on this. Yeah, and basically he just flies back. You can see the camera cut, like once the background changes, the camera cuts. So that's what I was talking about, where I knew where I wanted the camera cuts. I knew where to cut it when I recorded the angles. So here's another cut. There's only 3 camera cuts, and then this one's like, wow, distortion. So yeah, I haven't animated this like backwards flying part, but I got the like side flying and the backwards here. So yeah, just wanted to give you a little update on what I'm working on now. And it's 3 a.m. and I'm slurring my words. Even the last clip, or the last update I tried recording, the one that failed that I told you about, I messed up the ending of that one, but I don't care. I'm tired. I gotta go. I'm slurring my words. I don't know what to say. See you later. Next update. Gotta stay up late for this one. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it, man. So much editing. Okay, I'm back again. It is October 29th. It's 4 a.m. and this is about the time I go to sleep, so it's almost my bedtime. But I remembered I haven't made an update video in like a week or something, and I just kind of want to get into the habit where I'm making an update video like at least once a week, since it's coming to the close. Like, I'm in the final month doing tranQ's montage now, so that's how I'm looking at it. Is basically when at the end of November I want to have this thing done. So let me see. I'm gonna try to go over things fast. So just show you the changes that I made. The first one, I got this transition right here from like the first clip into the second one. It's like this roll, and then I masked out this guy, and this will look a bit more polished in the final, but this is what it looks like now. Just kind of fades in the masked guy, and then the screen like rolls or whatever. I don't know, rolling transition, and then that, and then it cuts to there. I think I'm gonna change this and make it start rolling a little bit earlier, just to fill in some of like the time after he gets the triple kill. It's kind of dull or whatever. So that's the first thing. And also I went through and got some angles. I'm not going to show you all of them, but like just this angle wasn't here a week ago. So I went through and got some angles for some areas. I didn't get all the angles, but I got maybe 25% of them. So I did that over the weekend. I also masked this out, this transition. Just kind of masked them out, blurred them, and then faded in the blur, and then melee. I also did a masking transition on here, so when he turns to get the overkill, instead of just having a normal fade, I thought it'd be cool to just mask out the guy running around the corner, and then use that as the transition to get to the shot. So that came out pretty good, I think. About 5 minutes in, I masked this BR and put an angle behind it. So my idea with this is just to not have like just a standard cut to an angle, but do something a little bit different. So I just came up with this where I masked the angle behind the gun and then it fades out or whatever and then goes back to the clip. Did that. So pretty much I just did like some angles, added some angles, and did masking for stuff over the weekend is what I mostly did. For this clip right here where he gets the triple kill on Piano Frenzy, I don't know if I don't even think I showed it in the update videos. I might have talked about it, but I rigged a skeleton model that I got off the internet, and yeah, it wasn't the best. Like it was my first time rigging anything, and it didn't come out like good. So I'm choking. I tested it on this clip, and what I wanted to do was animate it slightly. So when it goes to this Twixter part, I wanted to like fade in the animation of the skeleton, so it kind of looks like it's showing the skeleton in his suit. I tried that, and like the skeleton rig messed up, so there was like I don't know, like the thing just looked stretched and messed up. So I don't know if I'll be able to get this to work because I don't have a working skeleton rig. I can try to fix the rig I have now, and I also looked on the internet. There's one for like $35 that's already pre-rigged. Maybe I'll think about buying that and trying that out, but yeah, only time will tell. And then I'll also need a skeleton rig for this part because I want the like skeleton to be laying on the ground like the dead Piano Frenzy's just dead body, and his hand reaching up and just going ugh. So I need a skeleton for that. And that's pretty much it for like the Sony Vegas stuff. I'll go into Cinema 4D here. I'm not sure if I showed you this, but this is scene 7 of the 3D intro scene. So I'll just pre-render sort of play this, and basically I just have fly-throughs maps, and I got the animation down. I might have actually showed you this already, but this is the finalized animation. So I finally got the arms to work like how I wanted. It was a little hard to figure out how to get those to move properly, but I got those working pretty decent and how I like it. So this is finalized. So I'm up to scene I finished scene 7 now. I'm on scene 8 and I have 3 more to go. So how many is that? There's gonna be a total of 10 scenes in the intro, so I only have 3 more to do. The way I'm looking at it is I have the whole like Halo 4 and flashback part of the intro, so now I just have to work on the 3 Halo 3 scenes in the intro, and then the 3D will be done. And as I'm talking about the 3D here, let me open up After Effects. Alright, so here in After Effects, I rendered out all the 3D scenes I had done. So like I said, I have all the like the first 7 scenes done for the intro, so I have them rendered out, put them into After Effects, and I did color correction and stuff. So I have like this layer is a camera shake, so if you look closely, hopefully it's in the final. I mean, I'm not done yet, so anything could change as of now, but right now I have like a little bit of camera shake on it to make it look like it's handheld. I got color correction on here, just a brightness, contrast, and glow. These are all the things rendered out from Cinema 4D. I rendered out like the main, this one's the main Spartan, this one is shadows, this one's global illumination, this one's ambient occlusion.
If I turn on this ambient occlusion, you could see it gets darker, and I have it on 15 opacity, but if I turn that up, it looks like poop, and I think that's because it's already on there, and this is just adding like another layer over it. I just turned that off, and global illumination really doesn't do anything, and I've noticed it like messes up on some layers, so I just turned those things off. And then for shadows, with each scene I had to do that had shadows, I had to like go in and change the opacity a little bit to get them to look correct in each scene. So I think which one? I think in this scene 2, this is 100% opacity on this shadow, but if we go into scene 3, I think I had to drop this one down quite a bit. Yeah, this one's at 40%, and scene 2 is at 100, so I had to like change the opacity on the shadows a bit. Then I just have some real smart motion blur on the background and Spartan, and I think they both have their own own values, so they're kind of different. And then I also have depth of field, so this is probably the most depth of field heavy scene. So I got this like foreground thing blurred, and then I got the background blurred here, and then the Spartan's in focus, so that makes it look pretty cool. And then I have the rest of the scenes here, and then this is the flashback scene. So for this one, I pretty much just blasted the glow at the beginning and keyframed it so it fades out. I also did that for the camera shake. I gave it like a really strong camera shake, so that fades out and goes into like a little bit of a slower camera shake, and that actually made this look way better with the camera shake and stuff. It just makes it look way more powerful than how it used to look without a camera shake. I put motion blur on the background here, but for when it goes to diagonal, I had to put a directional blur on it because the just normal motion blur, 1, wasn't blurry enough, and 2, if I did make it blurry enough, it didn't come out looking correct. So I just added a directional blur and added just a little bit of motion blur or real smart motion blur to get it to work correctly and stuff. And I got a CC lens blur on here, so it kind of distorts at the end, and just a normal white solid on an add layer to make it look brighter. And then I'll basically do this in reverse, so have a solid white fade out for the next scene when it goes to Halo 3. So that's pretty much all I've done. I don't think I said this, but this stuff, After Effects stuff, I just did like for the past 3 hours. I just got this stuff done, so that's what I have done now, and I think that's the end of this update.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how laggy will this be?
It's got to do some crazy stuff, man. I wonder if I
That
can
Spartan
render it.
doesn't actually look that bad.
It's
Like
not-
even though I'm usually very iffy when it comes to like 3D and shit, because usually the Spartans look shit, you know, like, and I'm like, you know, it's cool that you can make it and no one else can. Sure, like 3D, especially back in the day, but I was like, but why put 3D in there if it doesn't look good? That was always one of my biggest things. Like, sure, you can do it, cool. The fact that you can do it, amazing, but it doesn't look good. So why would you want to have like a guy getting punched through a wall if it looks shit? Like the only guy who managed to do it well was like Mark in the CNC. I seen the guy looking up. Oh shit, we got some
crazy. Oh geez,
CC.
it's done. It's crashed. It's black screened.
There we go. You'll have to send me it, I think. But there's like, and I go, okay, there's a guy 1 shot behind you. He's right behind you, and he is 1 shot. 1 shot to the leg. That looks sick. Dude, that looks so sick.
Yeah, the SillyGoose has done it.
Holy
doesn't-
bullshit.
Dude, it's the camera shake that really did it. When I put the camera shake in, I was like, oh my god.
That was so good.
Yeah,
I can imagine it with the song, dude.
Yeah, was it? Oh, can you hear it?
No, I can't hear
Oh
it.
dang, dude. Yeah, the song.
Like,
makes
I'm
it
just
way better.
imagining it with a song going, this will be dope. Because you're gonna have some gameplay there as well, right? Or
Not here. It's gonna fly back to here, and then it'll be on Halo 3.
yeah, when he comes into the camera and it goes white.
Yeah, it goes white, and then it'll fade out from white again, and then he's just kind of like sitting on the platform on pit. My idea is to like have a sniper come down, and he grabs the sniper, and then I'm trying to get it to where he like grabs it with one hand, and then it fires, and then once it fires, that's when it just goes into the like the crazy fast part where the whole bunch of gameplay flashes, and then at the end of all the gameplay flashes, it goes pew into the tranq with particles behind it. Yeah.
Oh shit, that title will be so good, dude. You know, something I think I've said this to you before, like how I enjoy the simple stuff better, like simple flowy stuff, and overdoing the whole 3D thing could ruin it as much as doing it at all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that looks so sick. And if you just go straight to like the gameplay or something after that, then it's gonna be like, sick.
If you look at the dude's fingers, you could see like the index finger, then the middle goes. Yeah, I got that detail in there. They all just don't go once.
It would like that's the thing about 3D though, isn't it? Like if you do it, you gotta do it fucking well.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be a like big ego cunt or something like that again, but it is one of the most anticipated videos for the competition, isn't it?
Yep. Right after the intro, I want people to just sit there and go, "Oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest video ever!" Just sitting there like shaking a little.
Man, when I'm done with this, I'm totally gonna jack up.
I'm gonna jack up. I got the tab open ready. Once this video ends.
The two things that I want when it is that. One, there's gonna be like, dude, Jesus Christ, that was good, and the second one's gonna be, I need to watch that again. Yeah. Like, that's one of the things I want to. Rewatchability is one of the most important things, in my opinion. That's why the whole big effects thing isn't that high on my list as much as just good basic editing, you know?
Yep.
Because with the good basic editing, people will come back like, shit, that was enjoyable, man.
You think for the titles before the 3D part, I should do like 2D text?
3D text sometimes just fails. 2D text will probably work out fine, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do 2D text at the beginning, so then when the 3D comes in, it's like, bam, 3D. Oh, snap,
3D,
SillyGoose did it, yeah.
You did not expect the 3D from
SillyGoose? Yeah. SillyGoose doesn't do 3D, what is this?
tranQ doesn't even like 3D, what the fuck is this?
Oh, fudge. Hello again. It is November 7th, coming back with another update, and I forget when I made my last update, but in case I didn't say it in the past, I guess, week, so what's today? Today's, I guess it's technically Friday, so last weekend, so like 5 days ago, that weekend, I went through and got like the rest of the angles for the montage. I mean, there's still some not in here. Like if I go here, this spree doesn't have angles, and there's some random other spots where I didn't have angles because I either couldn't figure out a good angle for that area, so I just skipped it, or like some clips still aren't synced or going there in the final spot, so I just skipped those as well. And a little tip on angles, it depends how you cap angles, but in this situation, I kind of just edited the clips with no angles, and then I'm putting in the angles later. What I like, and that's different from any other normal montage I do, because usually I cap the angles and then just edit in the angles with the gameplay as I sync it. But this time I did it different, and I just synced the gameplay, and then later I'm going back and recording angles. So I did that a little different with this montage. But the tip I wanted to say is, like, when you're going through and getting angles and filling in the spots, if you can't come up with anything good that you're happy with, just skip it for that day and worry about it another day, because I did that in some areas. I forget, let me find it. Alright, so this angle right here, about 2 weeks ago, I tried to find an angle for this part, so I knew I needed an angle when he gets the double, and I knew I needed an angle of this guy jumping in so it would transition back to the triple kill. And at first I couldn't figure out a good angle, but I waited like another week, and I finally tried a few different syncs and came up with this angle where it shows the guy dying, and then in the same angle it just turns and then gets the guy going onto Greenbox or whatever. And at first I was trying to get like angles of just this guy jumping. Like I had an angle down in the pit and him jumping over the camera. I tried to follow him with the camera while he was running on platform and then jumping, but I just wasn't happy with the angles that were coming out of it. And then in the end, I think this angle is like pretty unique because, I mean, how many angles do you see where it like shows something and then transitions to something else in the same angle? So that I thought this one came out a little unique. And it's all because I waited and didn't just try to force an angle I wasn't happy with in there. So that's just a little tip on angles, I guess. That's not even the reason I wanted to make this update video. Reason I made this update video now is because of masking. And let me just say one more thing about the angles. Yeah, I just filled it in, and then just about 2 hours ago, I kind of started syncing the end clips here. So a lot of it's filled in, it's coming together. I sent a render to tranQ, I think yesterday or something, and he said like, oh my gosh, SillyGoose, it's coming together so perfect, the first song is awesome. So he's liking it, and when he likes it, you know, I feel good about myself and want to do better. So let me find where I was at, because I want to talk about masking. Alright, so I'm in this area right here, and this is just where I'm at now. I was actually just masking this sniper and wanted to talk about masking. Throughout this whole montage, I'm masking like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I think I already talked about how I masked this Spartan as a transition. I don't know, I just want to put a whole bunch of masking in this montage because one, that shows like commitment to the montage. Like if somebody, like when people watch a montage and they know you just masked like a whole bunch of stuff, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe this. He put in so much time masking stuff. And then I think just that thought that the viewer knows you put in that much work into the video, I think just in their mind makes it an even better video. So I have a masking transition here. So basically I'm just trying to fill this whole montage with a bunch of masking stuff because, I mean, how many people do like a whole bunch of masking like that? So I'm trying to do cool like masking transitions, but what I really wanted to talk about was depth of field masking. So let me get back to the spot I was at. So throughout the whole montage, I want to just mask depth of field with stuff, and I've done it right here, so you can't see it because it's not blurred or anything, but this top layer is the masked layer, so it only has the Spartan on it. So if I take a blur effect here, put it on the bottom layer, the background becomes blurred, and this is obviously way too much blur, but I just wanted to show you that I masked out this whole thing. This is pretty much what I want to do throughout the whole montage. Not every angle is going to get this because in some situations it doesn't need it, but in the situations it does, I want to take the time to mask out every frame and do this montage justice with a whole bunch of masking and cool depth of field. So I got this right here, and then I was just working on this sniper. Wanted to just take the time and record myself masking the one frame of this sniper in real time. So you can see down here all the frames I've already done. How many is that? About 10? I don't know, I'm guessing. But I'm just going to mask the sniper here in real time just to show you an idea of how long it takes me. And then how, like, I guess precise I do it. And then hopefully I can, you know, talk while I do this. I'm not too good at, like, talking and concentrating on things, but it wasn't that good. But I wanted to talk about, like, I've seen some people in montages, they just mask out one frame and then it kind of looks cheesy. So I just wanted to say to the people out there who maybe want to do like a cool masking thing but only mask one frame out of it, it just kind of looks cheesy and bad. So my tip is if you're going to mask something, you might as well just take the time to go all out with it. Plus, the more you mask, actually, oh god, I've hit my head on the mic. Okay, so this part's getting hard right here because it's kind of like so dark I can't see where the cutoff is. So I'm gonna have to guess. We'll just put that right there, and that looks good, I guess. It's probably wrong, but I mean, I tried. Basically the one frame masking just kind of looks cheesy, so I'd say if you're going to mask something, go ahead and like mask it frame by frame. And one, that's going to make the effect look better. And two, it's just going to get you more experience masking. I remember when I first started masking, there's an effect in Sandman's final Halo 3 montage where I masked out the sniper and had a whole bunch of flashing behind it. If you want to go back and look at that, it's on YouTube somewhere. I remember that taking me like forever. I thought it took forever. And nowadays when I look back on it, I'm like, wow, you know, I mean, in my mind it took a lot of time, but it's nowhere near compared to the time I'm taking now to do stuff. And I found that just the more you mask, the faster you get with it, and the less time it seems to take when you do it. So yeah, I just wanted to give the update that I'm planning to mask a lot in tranQ's montage, and also just wanted to say that tip that if you're gonna mask something, do it good, do it great. Don't even get in all these crevices and stuff. As you can see, I even masked out the inside of the sniper here, even this little tiny area right here. Nobody's gonna see that in the actual montage, but I want like my work to be perfect, so I get into these little small spaces as well. So my tip is, if you're gonna mask something, do it well, do it good. Oh, let me say what I'm doing with this part. Basically, I'm just putting depth of field on this. Let me turn this up to full. And so I'm gonna have depth of field here. So let me just put a blur on here. It's gonna be overdone, but whatever. Oops, oh god, wrong layer. So I got the depth of field on this. This is what it's kind of gonna look like, and then it's gonna fade into this. And then this is also going to be depth of fielded. So it only has the sniper. And then let me keyframe it real fast. Alright, so I keyframed it. So it's kind of going to go like depth of field, Spartan falling into the camera. It fades. That fade should work a little better playing in fast motion. And then the blur fades out. It's going to look a little bad here. But basically, I want it to blur. So it just has the sniper in view, and then it blurs out. So it's kind of my mindset behind this is going to be pretty strongly depth of fielded, or the background's going to be pretty strongly blurred. So I figured it would be a good transition instead of going from like a really blurred background to something real sharp right here. So instead of fading into something that looks real sharp like that, I figured it'd be smarter to depth of field this also, and then just fade that blur out, and then just start off with the normal clip. So that's my update for today. Got most of the angles done. tranQ's still getting me new clips every few days, so I got those clips here. Still working on syncing, still working on a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah. It is Sunday, November 9th, back with another update. This one is just basically telling you some stuff that has happened. First of all, this grenade right here. So there's a transition in the montage between song 1 and 2 where tranQ throws a nade at the ground for the kill tack, and I was gonna cut it to a 3D grenade, then it explodes, and then that's the transition from the two songs. But I had a problem. And the grenade models I have or could find on the internet were just bad and sucked. So like the textures didn't work on them or something. But anyway, just the textures on it were really pixelated and it wasn't working out. So then my next option I came up with was I could use one of the grenades in the Video Copilot weapons projectile pack for Element 3D. But the only problem with that is it's not a Halo 3 grenade, so it wouldn't match up. I didn't tell tranQ about this problem. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do a 3D nade, and I didn't like tell him I had a problem with getting a Halo 3 nade. So that was my plan, to just do it, because we already had the transition planned out. But then I'm like, you know what? tranQ doesn't really like 3D that much, so if I cut to a clip that's not a Halo 3 grenade, he's going to be like, SillyGoose, this sucks. It doesn't even match up. So I'm like, okay. So I had that conversation with him in my head, and I'm like, okay, how the heck am I going to get a 3D nade? So I went to the master of all 3D, Audrye, and hopefully I'm saying his name right, and if I'm not, well, darn. But Audrye, I messaged him, and he sent me this grenade model he modeled. I was basically like, yeah, I need a Halo 3 grenade. Looked on the internet, found some, but it's all pixelated and stuff. So he sent me this and said, this is all he had. He made this a long time ago, and it looks way better than what I had. This looks freaking amazing. So thanks to him, I got this 3D nade now. I can do the transition, so it should be no problem now. So I just wanted to let you know and give a shout out to Addy Mark for giving me this, because you saved me, and Trank's not going to be mad at me anymore. Oh, look at that. It renders and I can move it around. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I don't even have to render it out. Oh my, so awesome. And the other thing I wanted to show you was I worked on this skeleton 3D thing today. So I animated this little part where Piano Frenzy is jumping, and I kind of like put the skeleton on him. And in the final, it kind of just flashes. I'll actually open that up. But I made a pre-render here of what I had. So this is one scene, and then okay, I saved it here. So this is the other scene of the skeleton. So in this part of the song, it goes, all the dust and bones. So when it says dust, I'm gonna throw dust up in the screen as an effect. And when it says skeleton, I have this skeleton thing. It's not gonna render right because there's a lot of polygons going on here, and my computer can't handle it, I guess. So it just switches the bones and all these lines. But it's basically this animation of a skeleton to sort of go along with the song, and I have a render here. So if I play this, and you could see the skeleton kind of flash there for a second. I thought that came out pretty cool, how it's just kind of flashes. Oh my gosh, if you stare at the skull, dude, it looks freaking awesome. So I think that part looks cool, and then this part, this is with like a little bit of color correction and stuff just to get it to look right, because this is what I'm going to send Trank. I just made this right now, like this. The render of this skeleton on the ground right there took like 4 hours to render, and it's just a test. So basically, I wanted to make a render of this. Like the animation isn't perfect. It's the basic animation. I can make it a little bit better. I just wanted to send this to Trank to see how he likes it, because I don't want to keep spending my time on it if he's just not going to end up liking it in the end. And it kind of like, I don't know, like I thought it would come out cooler in my head. I like that it fits the song, but I don't know, it kind of just looks out of place, which I'm pretty sure Trank talked about in this making of video when we did a Skype call one time, where he said, and if he didn't say it, I'll just repeat it, where he said, like, 3D, it's cool how people can do 3D, but if it looks bad, there's no point in doing it. And I just think this is a little out of place. It's a cool idea and concept, and I like this skeleton flashing thing, so I might actually keep this. But when he dies here, it's just kind of like a random skeleton. Like, where did this skeleton come from? So I don't know how he feels about that. So I'm just going to send him this render. If he likes it, then I'll keep it in. If he says, I don't really like it, SillyGoose, then I'll just fill this with something else, I guess. And that's how that's going to go. So that's the update I wanted to give, that I tried the skeleton. Oh, let me actually show you what was wrong with my skeleton before. So a while ago, when I first tried to do the skeleton thing, like I was testing it, I got the skeleton just off some random website I downloaded it off of, and I had to rig it myself. So I had to, basically what I did is use the pre-rigged Halo 3 Spartan I already had, and use those same bones, and then just put the bones where they went in the skeleton, and then rigged it up. And this is the first thing I've ever rigged, and I had a little problem with it like maybe a month ago now, where I tested it on that one scene with Piano Frenzy jumping. So right here, I tested it on this, but the problem I ran into was if I move this here, it leaves these things behind. And I was like, okay, well, my thing's broke and I can't use it, so I don't know if I'll be able to do the skeleton thing. But then today I went back and just retouched these things. I'm about to throw some 3D knowledge at you, so most people probably won't know what I'm talking about, but I had to go in and use the weight tool, and basically what I did, I had to tell the program which part of the body I wanted to move when I moved one of the bones. So basically I was telling the program that I wanted all this stretchy stuff to stay in that area pretty much. So I fixed that, and then I did the skeleton animations I showed you, and it came out pretty decent, I guess. So yep, that's the update for today. I tested the skeleton. We'll see if it actually makes it into the final video, but yep.
Ooh, just lying there like.
Yeah. Okay. So
Crotch shot.
This would be the next scene from the
Intro?
artist. Yeah. So it flashes white, and then like right when this animation starts, it would be white, and then fade out from white, and then it's like him there. Then it's cuts to another angle like behind him or something, showing the sniper come down, and then it's just basically this angle again, just kind of going like this. And then it's up. Now he's reaching out for the sniper, and the sniper's like coming down, and then that's when the flashing starts.
Mm-hmm.
Since you said you thought it would be better, like just to have it that crazy moment go to white to gameplay. Yeah. Then after you said that, I was like, yeah, that probably would keep the epicness going better. So before I did any more animation thing, just wanted to see if you could find a working audio edit. Or should I just keep this idea?
I'm not sure, to be honest, because it doesn't look bad, but I just feel like, you know, you have the epicness.
Yeah, and then it kind of slows down.
And then it kind of goes down to like, it's got a giant build-up, and then it goes, oh, but guess what? More build-up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like a bad... I just think that, like, when you look at it as a full video, it's a better idea to just go straight to gameplay and keep the... What do you call it when one team has...
momentum.
Momentum, yeah. Keep the momentum of the video going. You know what I mean?
Yep. So I'm missing the... oh my gosh, look what you're doing to me. I had to do single Halo clips. I had to stop that to talk to you. You're giving me more work to do, so now I'm getting more stressed out. I can't even watch the finals. I'm doing some of the work for you. Hey. Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Goose. Could you ever forgive me?
Oh my gosh, no. You won't be forgiven until next year, January,
like
when this is all over.
You release the video and you go, tranQ is by far the worst guy I've ever worked with.
Let me tell you this. So you know that that transition I'm doing with the 3D nade?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a 3D nade to work, so I'm gonna have to use like this Element. You know Element 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to use one from their pack. So it's not going to be a Halo 3 grenade.
Oh. Is that going to be good though?
I don't know. I already set the transition up. I don't have nothing else.
Right, we'll see how it looks. In the worst case scenario, tell you like, dude, no. Just do like a terrible, framey, like bad FPS slow motion angle of the nade in the game.
Okay. That was my backup plan. Well, let me tell you, I already had this conversation with you in my head. So I tracked down some people. I messaged Addy Mark. He gave me a 3D that worked, bro. I got a 3D nade from Addy Mark. So I like that I had that conversation with you in my head. It went exactly like that, dude. Like, ooh, I don't know if that's gonna work. I'll probably make you change it. So I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out something.
At least I'm being like honest and nice about it.
Because even I was like, it's gonna look weird if the grenade changes. Because even the grenade I was gonna use.
It's like I told you this before, didn't I? Like, sure, if you can do 3D, awesome. But if it doesn't look good, what's the point?
Oh my gosh, I said that in the making of video too in one of my updates. I knew exactly what you were gonna say, dude. Basically, what you just said right there, I repeated in an update video. So I just wanted to have this whole conversation with you right now to make sure I was correct. But if you look at my screen right now, this is the grenade he gave me.
Oh shit!
And this isn't the actual grenade from Halo 3, but he modeled this.
Yeah, he modeled that.
Yeah, so it's...
I know he did because I talked to him while he did it.
Oh, for real? Dang.
Yeah, because he was doing it for a video.
Yeah, so thanks to Addy Mark for hooking us up with the grenade.
Yeah, we gotta put him in the credits. Thanks to Addy Mark for the 3D nade.
Yeah, I already told him that. He's like, yeah, I'd appreciate the credit. All right, it is 9 p.m. on November 9th, Sunday. I think Today has had a lot of, for an update video. I think I did one update video like in the AM when it first clocked over to today, and then there was also a Skype call with tranQ I did for 2 hours, and I'm not sure how much of that call I showed in this making of video, but I just wanted to make this other clip basically going over what happened in case it wasn't super clear. But tranQ sent him a render and he wanted to change songs and stuff because, I don't know, he just wanted another part in the song. So we added like another 30 seconds to the last song, and me and him had to do like an audio edit to get it to, it's basically 2 different songs that are the same song but different versions combined into one. Basically had to like redo the audio edit for the 3rd song, and then we took some stuff out of the 2nd song. So now basically I just had to scrap like, I don't know, a minute of stuff I had, maybe 30 seconds to a minute of stuff I had in the 2nd song. And then that's all right here. This is all the stuff that got scrapped, so I got to reuse these clips in this empty part in the 3rd song now. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit stressed out. I was just like real stressed out a few minutes ago. I calmed down once I got this audio edit done, but like tranQ comes to me like, this is about the time I'm like cracking down on it. Like, I got to get this thing done because Master Chief Collection comes out in 2 days basically. So I plan to be playing all this week Master Chief Collection, and I know I'm not. I'm probably gonna be like grind 2 or 3 days of it, and then I gotta edit tranQ's montage, and then the next weekend I gotta edit his tranQ's montage. Then this next weekend I gotta record a baby shower, so I only have Sunday to work on it. And then this weekend I have to that was my plan, to do After Effects work and just pull all-nighters to get the montage done for a release somewhere in this week, the 1st week of December. And then if worst case scenario, I'll work on it this first weekend of December, and then have it out somewhere in the 2nd week of December. But I don't know, man. God dang it. tranQ even said, he's like, I don't want to be that guy, but SillyGoose, we got to do it. So I'm just like, okay, fine, because basically what he took out was a part that I was having trouble with, so I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. And then I figured I could just re-edit these other clips because this 3rd song is sick. So, I mean, I would have to re-edit the clips into a sicker song, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just the fact that I have to scrap something and redo it, and I'm like running on a deadline now. Like I got so much stuff to do. Like, part of the reason I'm stressed out is because I also have to do single Halo clips and stuff, and like I said, I gotta do a Master Chief Collection, I gotta record this thing, a baby shower, plus I have to have this montage done because I have to edit a family video for Christmas for the 20th, so I have to make sure that's done. Like, that's my main priority, is this family video. So I have to pretty much be done tranQ's montage December 1st or somewhere around there to give me 20 days to edit that family video. So that's what's going on. I'm stressed out. I can't pull an all-nighter tonight to edit because I gotta work tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be staying up all night to play the Master Chief Collection. So it's 9 o'clock. I'm just gonna edit as much as I can, get as much as I can done, fill in the blanks of this stuff, and hope I can get this freaking montage done, man. Plus, I want to do it good, so that's another reason. Like, I could totally have this montage done in time, but I just want to do it the best I can, so that's the real stressful part. Well, it is December 1st. It's 2 a.m. and I haven't made a update video in about 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. And it's because of a few things. So this is probably going to be a boring update, but it's going to contain some stuff that has to be said. So let me start by going all the way back to when I made my last update. So hopefully you can see this little calendar down here, but I forget when I made my last update, but it had to have been before the Master Chief Collection. So the Master Chief Collection came out November 11th, which is right here. So basically, I made the last update video somewhere around here. Then the Master Chief Collection came out, so I pretty much dedicated this whole week just playing the Master Chief Collection, which I did. I didn't edit any this week, I stopped playing the Master Chief Collection somewhere around the 15th and the 16th because I'm like, okay, I can't let this game suck me in. I have responsibilities editing tranQ's montage. So I edited a few things on this weekend, and then pretty much throughout the whole rest of these weeks up until today, I've just been working on these first 2 songs, which is this whole area right here, and just filling in things and fixing things that need to be fixed. But I've kind of hit a roadblock, and it's been 2 or 3 weeks of me just like filling in stuff on 2 songs, because I'm at the point now where I'm like, I have to start thinking about things like in detail, and I'm basically going back and doing the things I had trouble figuring out. So now it's just kind of even harder, I guess, and it's taken me a long time to figure out these problems. So let me go over a few things. So take this transition as an example right here. Basically, there's pretty much no transition here. It's kind of just a whole bunch of nothing. I did have an angle here where it like shows an angle of the triple kill dying down here, and then shows the sky because it's like, look up to the sky in the song. But I didn't really like how that angle turned out, so I kind of just went with a dumb fade here, and I have no clue. I might have to make this look better in After Effects, or I don't know. But basically, it's just hard coming up with a unique idea to make it cool, because I did want to make every transition something special and awesome, and have little just random like normal fades. But at this moment, and it's been this way for a while now, like I've just realized that I'm running out of time, and I still have so much to do on this montage, and with everything slowing me down, I'm just it's at the point now where I've just been trying to find the easiest fix for everything. So like this transition right here, again, I had another dumb angle, like it would show the metal for a little bit, and then it would just show a still frame angle of me circling around tranQ's character, and then it would like circle around and sort of do this like transition into the next clip. But I didn't like that either, and I thought it was like really just thrown together, like, oh, it just randomly cuts to a freeze frame angle circling around a Spartan for a second, transitions to the next clip. So it was super random and bad. I didn't like that, so I ended up just doing like a reverse here, which still I think is pretty bad. And just like the other thing I talked about, I'll probably have to fix it in After Effects or come up with something different here. This area right here, I actually had one good night of editing, probably my only good night, where I figured out something cool. I was just like, okay, I want to do something with this gun, so I masked it out and then kind of just did this animation. It's not even an animation, it's basically a panning into this area, and then I put some blur on it to make it look kind of cool, and a bunch of different layers and stuff going on. So I thought that was kind of unique and cool. Instead of just doing a random letterbox thing, I lowered the opacity on the letterboxing here, and I also added a blur to it. So rather than have just like normal black bars here, I thought it would be a little bit cooler to just blur out those areas and lower the opacity, so it's kind of a little bit different than just a normal letterboxing. So I mean, it's kind of the same concept as letterboxing, but I thought I'd make it a little more interesting just by blurring it out, and then it kind of transitions back into the clip. Kind of cool, I guess. And then to transition out of this clip, I kind of did a masking thing again where, I don't know, I like shook the screen, and then when it went into the scope, I masked the scope and did like a threshold transition or something. I'm not sure how I like this. It's kind of a little bit weird. Maybe it's just because I don't really like the style. Like somebody else could pull this off super awesome, but I don't know. I just don't really do things like this all the time, so I'm like iffy about it. I think it'll look better once I get color correction on here, because it's just kind of like washed out colors. Yeah, hopefully you understand what I mean. Like that's super black, but this is like grayish and it just looks off, so maybe I can fix that later. This right here, these two clips are in the same game. So in this transition here, I was supposed to figure out a way to put like same game, but I literally couldn't figure out anything. So look at this dumb transition. I just put this dumb transition on here, and I'm like, okay, I'll just put that on there and fix it in After Effects later. this is probably one of the biggest examples of how I'm just like, okay, I'm running out of time. I got to figure out something. So I'm just like, okay, I don't even have time to put the same game in there. I can't worry about that. So I just slapped this dumb transition on here and said I'm just gonna fix it in After Effects later, and I'm gonna have to change that because that's a son of a bee. That's ugly. And basically, if you look at these orange markers just in this area right here are all things I have to still go back and fix. Like this part doesn't have any angles. I gotta fill in and come up with something. And then all these markers are just markers, and I got to figure out like some angles that all work together to tell the story of how tranQ evades the guy and then goes on for the overkill. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's the struggle that I've been having for the past 3 weeks, I guess. So yeah, hopefully I can pull it together because I'm pretty sure I said this in the last update or some other update. I also have to work on a family video that has to be done by the 20th of December. So I also got started on that this weekend. And I'd say I'm like halfway done the video editing for the family video I got to do. So I just got to edit another half of it and then do audio editing for that. And then I'll be done that. So I could probably finish my family video this next coming weekend. Me and tranQ did have a release day for maybe like around the 9th or 16th of December, but I'm thinking I might have to push it all the way back to the 30th. And I don't know how tranQ's going to feel about that because he wanted to have it out as early as possible, but like I just need all this time to still do everything. Like I have to make all these fixes in the first song I've been having trouble with. That's taken me 3 weeks. And then you can see this whole other third song has this whole other open spot. This ending still, I think tranQ is going to be editing, sorta. He still has to get that to me, but he's been busy. I have like angles I got to fill in these spots. So the third song is pretty much just not anywhere close to done. And then these are just angles, or I mean, extra clips I got to use. Plus I got to finish editing the intro, and then later I got to edit credits, and then I got to take all this stuff into After Effects and put effects on it, make sure everything's cool, render it out. Do audio editing for all this, and I just have a lot to do. And then maybe, and then I gotta still do like 3D stuff. So all the 3D, like I gotta do 3D for this transition where the coins, like the guy falls and then the metals like fall after him, and then it cuts to like the pit, and then they're bouncing off the ground into this angle. So I just have a lot to do, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get it all done, but it will get done. By the time you're watching this, you already know when it came out, so even though I'm stressed right now, I'm pretty sure it still came out in December sometime. So I guess that's my update for now, and see you in the next update, I guess. Today is December 22nd, and I have no clue when my last update video was, and I have no clue what I talked about in last update video. And the only reason I'm recording this update video now is because I only have about a week to get this montage done, and I have a pretty good bit to do. And I wanted to make this update video because I'm gonna be on the super grind for the next week, and I don't know if I'll be able to make an update video because I gotta focus on this montage to get it done in time, because I didn't work this hard on it to not have it as a contest entry, because I want that first place. I want to go to my family's Christmas party and be able to say that I won another competition, because that's gonna be awesome. And that's what my family video was about. I showed it, actually, it was it yesterday? Oh, it was Saturday on the 20th. That family video I had to make was basically just a video of everything I did over my year, and then I showed it to my whole family, and this is the second year I've done that, and then it's like people love it every year. I wanted to put like in this video, like or this family video, that yeah, I spent 6 months working on this montage, this gaming montage, and I entered it in a contest, and hopefully next year I can tell you guys that I won the contest. So that's why I wanted to do really good on this tranQ's montage, is because I wanted to go for that first place finish, so I could tell my family I won first place in another contest. But that did not make it into my video this year, so
whatever happens, I'm gonna have to show it in next year's video. So that means I gotta wait a freaking another year before I can tell my family what's happened. And then if I come in last place, I guess it's not gonna be in my family video. But so that's where I'm at right now. It's the 22nd. I'm gonna need like pretty much all the time. So this montage might not come out till the 31st. The good news is I have off of work. Actually, it's 1 a.m. right now, so later today I have to go to work, and then Tuesday I have to go to work, but all these rest of the days I'm off, so I'm gonna have to be slapping myself in the face to pull these all-nighters to get it done. So now I've done my rant about the calendar. Let me show you a little bit of what I got done. So I think I might have talked about how I got most of the third song done, and the only thing I had to change, or here's the only thing what I did today. So today, so I have an update video where I talked about a 3D grenade that AddyMark gave me, but that didn't end up working out. Just because, I think it's because I'm not too good at 3D, and I didn't know how to get it to look good. Like tranQ said, I'm sure in another update video where he said, what's the point of doing 3D if it looks bad? I feel the same way about that, and I couldn't get the 3D grenade up to my standards of how I wanted it, so I ended up just going with this normal nade. But basically, I just went in the theater and recorded an angle of a nade and then had to mask it out frame by frame. So I've done a lot of masking in this montage, dude. And I really like the way this came out. It looks like artificial. The lighting matches, so that's good. The textures are, I mean, perfect for Halo 3 because it's coming right out of the game. So I'm a little sad that I couldn't use AddyMark's 3D nade because I would have loved to put him in the credits and give him credit. But I mean, I suck at 3D and I have no clue what I'm doing. I have to do what's best for the video, so I couldn't put AddyMark's nade in there, but shout out to him for even giving it to me. It gave me hope, and he's a nice guy for giving me that, so shout out to him. And the other thing I did, if I can find it, is right here, this transition. I've had this blank for I don't know how long, but I ended up just going with the same transition that's in the first few. It's like in the first few transitions of the montage, it does the same thing, but I just took the time and masked out the sniper, so it's kind of like happening behind the sniper. The only thing I don't like about this is if you look up here, it has the HUD overlapping the gun. I would have switched to a no HUD thing of this and then masked that out, but this is one of the clips that tranQ recorded and doesn't have the theater file for, so I had no choice but to go with that and mask it out. So the HUD looks kind of ugly. You probably won't even be able to notice it in the montage. I'm sure some people are going to see it, but in the end, I don't think it's that big of a deal that it looks a little ugly. Yeah, it only happens for a second. So I did that, and then my goal for the next few days is going to be finishing this third song. So pretty much this isn't all done. You can see how much it's just chopped up and blanked up. I don't know what that means, but what I just got done doing right now is kind of putting the clips in order that I want to edit them in this final part. So I just got everything laid out here, and the only problem area I'm having is this big open area that's just too big to put any like transition angles, but also too small to put another clip in there. So I have no clue what I'm going to do there, and this is all subject to change. But yeah, so I got all that laid out, and then about this area right here, I have to use these clips down here to put in this area and fill that in. And I don't think I showed this yet, but I finished this transition thing. Came out pretty cool. I even masked the guy to like go back where he's standing, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And yep, so I basically got to get this all done, and then other stuff I have to do. I have to take all this into After Effects and do After Effects work for it. I have to do audio editing. I have to finish the intro, which is going to be like 3D and particle stuff, and I've never done particle stuff before, like particular and form, so I got to learn that in the next week also. Then I got to do credits. I got to check with tranQ to make sure color correction is all right, because he doesn't want it too strong. So yeah, that's how it's looking right now. And yeah, Son of a bee. Wish me luck, dude. Slapping myself in the face to get this video done. Staying up all nighters. Today is December 25th, Christmas Day, and making this update to tell you that the grind is about to begin. So it is just about 5 p.m. on Christmas Day, December 25th, and I'm done back from all the parties I had to do. And like I already said, I have off of work all these next few days to get this montage done, so I'm going to be grinding as much as possible day and night, only not even getting really any sleep. I'm just going to be taking naps every once in a while, maybe like 2 hours long, at the most 4 hours. So this is where it all begins. So let me do the rundown of everything I have to do. This is the whole, all 3 songs right here. This area right here is all done. This is the first and second song, so it's all synced up, ready for After Effects. All this part right here is the third song, and I pretty much have to sync all this. And I have a list here. So number 1 on my list is syncing the third song. So obvious reasons, you got to get the song done because that's what people are watching. So I got to get that done. The 3D, the only 3D scenes I have to do are, let me show you this. I did this the past 2 days, so I did these metal animations. I'm still not super happy with this scene. Like, I think there needs to be more shadows on the bottom, so I just have to mess with this stuff a little bit. I'm happy with this. I gotta change the color correction on the metals to get them to work a little better, because tranQ said they were too bright, so I gotta darken them up a bit. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So the 3D's almost done. It's just minor changes and tweaks to get that done. So the 3D second on my list, but that's pretty much almost done. Once I have these 2 things done, I can start After Effects work, which should be pretty fun and fast, sort of. It's still going to take me hours to do all the After Effects work. Well, actually, these 2 things go together. So the After Effects work for the main body of the song, so all this After Effects work for all this should be easy and fun, because I like doing After Effects work for that. But After Effects work on the intro, it's going to be a different story because I got to do particles and stuff I've never done before. So that brings me to the intro. The intro, it's not in here in the Sony Vegas project file, but I already did the Spartan animation for this, and I'm pretty sure I showed it in another update video. But what I have to figure out is all this beginning area right here. I need something to fill this area up for the intro. Right here is like text saying gameplay by tranQ, editing by SillyGoose. So I just have to do some nice 3D text or something there with particles. And then I have to do gameplay flashes in this area, which I already tried testing it, and it turned out to be a little harder than I thought. So I got to work on that. But I know the look I want to go for, so it's a matter of doing it. And then I have to do the same 3D text with the particles for this end slate where it says into the tranQ. Then after all the videos done, I have to do audio editing, so that's like enhancing and making everything sound right. And then credits is dead last. tranQ said he's going to be working on those, or he basically told me not to worry about the credits right now, just worry about getting the song done. So I guess he's going to be taking care of the credits or anything. And like super worst case scenario, there's this whole pretty long part at the end of the third song. If it really comes down to it, we could just put like real fast credits at this end part. So I'm not really too worried about that, but that's what I got to do. I got, let's see, today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got about 6 or 7 days, give or take, to get this montage done. And as long as I don't have any big hiccups or problems, should be fine, I think. I'm guessing that this end epic part of the third song should come together pretty decently and easy. It's just kind of all this other part I still have to take the time to think of like nice cool things to do instead of just rushing the edit. So I'll be figuring all that out, but just letting you know the grind is about to begin, and hopefully I can make little quick incremental updates throughout the next few days, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this montage will be out on the 31st, even maybe the 1st of next year, and I guess if you're watching this video you already know, but I don't know, so yo.
It is December 28th on with Sunday, so I'm still on the grind. What I've been doing the past few days is staying up like editing for 18 hours straight, pretty much. Like I take breaks sometimes when I gotta like I'll watch a movie while I'm editing, so maybe I get like sucked into the movie for a second, then I come back to editing. But yeah, I've been going hard, spending hours and hours trying to get the right syncing on this third song. And it's like, I know I've been working, like for 3 days, I've pretty much been sitting at my computer editing nonstop for like 18 hours. But then I'm like, how has it taken me this long to do that? But I don't know. But for real, I've been sitting here for hours upon hours trying to get the syncing done on this song. I had the hardest trouble I'm having is in this area right here. So this is what I'm doing right now. These are basically the last clips that have to be edited in. And I synced them up, so now I'm going to go back and get angles, fill in all the blanks, but pretty much this third song is almost about to be done, probably in the next few hours. It's 6 o'clock right now, p.m., so it's taken me a few days to finally get this synced, but it's coming together. I'm really happy with how the beginning is, and actually, let me show you this right here. So I think last night or something, I added these two angles in, so I've had this double part here for for months, but I just added in these two angles of tranQ picking up the new snipe and then an angle of him running away with the guy behind him, and then it cuts to the stuff I already had. And just putting these two angles in here, I think made this clip so much better, because it now it tells a story. It's like, okay, here's tranQ, he's getting the new sniper, he has it, but what? There's a guy coming behind him, tries to get the nade on him, but he hits tranQ. So tranQ's weak. He's coming around the corner. He's looking. tranQ's about to get him. He's coming around the corner. What's this? A second duo trying to face tranQ? tranQ has to go clutch. He wants that sniper. He takes out the first dude. He's looking for him. He sees the other guy. Whop. Bam. So the double. So I think just by me adding these first two angles of him picking up sniper, I don't know, it just made this whole clip come together, so I'm really happy with that. These angles, if you look here, the guy stays in the exact same spot, and that was not planned. That's just that SillyGoose luck. So I think that's pretty cool how he just stays there for the thing. So since that was an accident and looks cool, I'm going to try to do it for this angle here. So this kind of just fades to an angle here, but I want to change this angle because I don't like it. So basically all these orange markers are things I have to change or add, so it's coming together. So yeah, just giving you the update that this third song is almost, well, it's going to be done today, pretty much. I'll have a render for tranQ. Also, I learned that they extended the deadline for the contest, so now it's January 2nd, so that's big. I'm so happy about that when I woke up and saw it today, because I was like, I'm rushed right now. If I'm finishing the third song right now and I still have to do After Effects work, credits, audio, make sure the 3D is good, and do the intro, which the intro I gotta figure out some stuff for. Let me actually show you the flashes I did. Alright, so here are the flashes I have for the end of the intro, and I did them pretty fast, so I'm not sure if tranQ's gonna like how fast it is, so I have to send him this render, but this is how fast it is now. Yeah, so I have no clue. Actually, watching it now, I haven't seen it for probably almost 10 hours now. I'm rewatching it, and it didn't look too bad. I mean, once I get into After Effects with this and can add color correction and light flashes, some other stuff to bring it together, I don't think it's going to be that bad, actually. So I was kind of skeptical if this was too fast, so I'll get tranQ's opinion. Maybe he wants me to slow it down, I don't know. But because editing that third song, I spent hours just on that one little section I showed you, hours just trying to figure out how to, because I'm on the last bit of clips, they're leftover clips now, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit all these into the spots and have it work right and still be fast paced for the end of the song. So I took a break from that and was like, okay, well, I still have to do something with tranQ's montage. I can't be sitting around doing nothing, watching Netflix or something. So I ended up doing these flashes for the intro. So that's my update for today. Big thanks to whoever extended that deadline to January 2nd, because I know me and I saw a few other people post on the Halo forum that they're really happy they got an extra few days, because apparently I'm not the only one who still has to do a lot for their montage. So yeah, that's the update for today, and I'm gonna get back to editing. Today is January 2nd, 2015, and I'm done. I finished the montage. I'm rendering it out right now. This is for YouTube. And basically, son of a bee, man, it's been a grind to get this done. And actually, I have till midnight, but I think I have till midnight Pacific time, so that would be 2 a.m. my time. So I gotta, like, if I wanted to stretch it, I could probably stretch it another 4 hours to get this thing up, but I'm trying to get it up within my midnight, so it's rendering right now. I got another 40 minutes, so it's looking like this montage is going to be on YouTube at 11 o'clock on January 2nd, 2015. And I'll have more to talk about, like the end process of making this montage, but I don't want to make this update clip too long because I got to focus on getting this render done and then uploading it. tranQ gave me, actually tranQ's asleep right now, because his time, it's like 4 a.m. or something right now, so he's asleep, and he gave me his YouTube info so I can get into his YouTube channel. So I'm going to be uploading the montage to his channel first, and then going on to the Halo forum and making all the threads and stuff to get the montage entered in the contest. And after that, I'll be uploading it to my own channel, and it'll be over. So I'll come back when I'm actually uploading the montage, if I can remember. And then after that, I'll have some other updates, just talking about the final processes of making this video and the struggles. So, yep, I'll see you in the next update video. Alright, so the montage is uploaded. It's uploading on my channel right now, and it's already up on tranQ's channel. And I made the thread thing on the Halo forum, so it's up, it's out, and already get some comments. Effing sick. So yep, now I'm just gonna, it's 12:30 my time, so that means I would have like another hour and a half to get this montage out for the competition. So, you know, I made it, I did it, got it out, and now I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and read the comments. Oh my gosh.